Let's get those questions answered right now. Hey everybody, this is Chris. I've been watching the Telegram over the last few days. We have a lot of new people coming in, and even some of the old people are asking us some questions. Let's get to it. This is for everybody on Telegram. If you're watching from outside Telegram, hey, you're welcome to watch in because you might have some questions too. And I just want to make sure that everybody has answers to things, right? So I came up with a list of 7 questions. Well, 7 questions, and one I pose as a question, but it's really just like a warning, all right? I just want to make sure everybody knows what's going on before we take off here. So let me add to the stage the questions, and I'm putting these on here just so in case you don't want to see it says, why is my blaze worthless? If you already know that answer, but there's something like number 6 that you don't, that's like a question of yours, you don't know what it is, I want you to be able to scroll through the video and just get to that one. Everything's going to be answered and addressed in order here. All right. So number 1, should I be careful? This is not a question I've actually seen, but this is a warning that I'm posing as a question just so it fits into the theme of your questions answered. Should I be careful? The answer is yes. Right? Not of us. Okay. We have a token coming out. We have a great DEX. You attach your wallet to our DEX. That's fine. What I'm talking about being careful is your basic crypto stuff. You have a wallet. If you get something airdropped into your wallet and you don't know what that coin is, right? Just in case you don't know, there are ways that bad people have of they'll airdrop something to you. You're like, what the heck is this? It's like $10 worth of something. And you're like, hey, look, a free $10. Somehow, I honestly don't know how it works, but I do know if you click on some weird token in your wallet that there's bots or something like that that could drain your wallet and all of a sudden all your money is gone. Okay, so please don't click on things that you don't know. All right, it's not worth it. All right, I have a couple of tokens in one of my wallets, and it's like great. It's like $100. Okay, and is it worth me to go and try and interact with that wallet with that token for $100 when I have a lot of other things in there that I don't want gone? No, right? I hide it. Don't even look at it. Don't click on it. All right. If someone DMs you in the Telegram group and you don't know who it is, or even if you do know who it is, I'd be very wary of clicking on anything, because if your wallet gets drained, there's nothing that we can do. Right. We cannot go and add money into it. We can't say, I'm sorry, someone else stole from you. Here's your value back from us. We can't do that. We would literally go bankrupt if we hopefully it's not that many people out there, but say there's like some kind of campaign against us in Telegram and they're trying to get people's wallets, we couldn't go and refund everybody because we just can't do that. So I'm asking you, please be careful. Don't click on links. Do not interact with coins that you don't know. You're going to get airdropped SNG tokens, but there's going to be a contract address on it. Check out the contract address you see on your SNG token. Take that and make sure it's the same contract address that the SNG token actually has, and we'll be publishing that when pre-sale starts. So when you get your airdrops, compare the contract addresses. All right, so let me move on to the next one. Why is my blaze worthless? Your blaze is worthless, kind of worthless. We've taken a snapshot before we pull the LPs, and everybody's wallet, whatever you had in it, it will, it's in our snapshot. So we're going to do a migration ratio, which I'm going to talk about in question number 7. And you're going to get airdrop something. But like I said, you will see our contract address for the SNG token, just in case there are scammers in the world, and there are scammers in the world. When you get the SNG token airdropped into your wallet, take a second, look at the contract address on it, look at the numbers, go and compare it to ours, make sure they match. All right, because we're going to give you the good stuff. Make sure it's coming from us. We pulled the LPs. Blaze isn't worth, it doesn't exist anymore. Okay, because we phased out the Blaze token, moving it from the the Ethereum blockchain, and we're going to BNB. All right, we're going to Binance. So we're moving it over there. You can't just transfer a token. You have to like phase it out and then create a brand new one. So that's why. Is it worthless? Well, yeah, I guess so. But technically, you know, you have, not technically about it, in reality, you have we have a snapshot of what you had. You're going to get a, you know, there's going to be a migration ratio. You're going to get SNG tokens airdropped, right? When does that happen? After we launch our the SNG token. I mean, after pre-sale is over, you're going to get an airdrop. Number 3, when does pre-sale start and end? Pre-sale is starting Saturday, right? And if I've seen that question in the TG, and when I see it, I'm like, oh, there's somebody who's never watched one of my videos. Look down below. SNG, I have to get that capital S, I just noticed. It has to be a lowercase s. SNG pre-sale begins May 25th. Saturday, May 25th. It's been right there. All right. So when I get my SNG airdropped, when will I get my SNG airdropped as a Blaze holder? I just answered that one out of order, I guess. It's going to be between pre-sale and the launch of the token. That's when you're going to get it. And something just came to mind. Some people ask, can I buy to stake, or can I stake my tokens during pre-sale if I have Blaze tokens? Right? It's like if you have Blaze tokens as a snapshot, I've had the question, can I stake these during the pre-sale? And the answer to that is no. You can't. You know, stake what you already have during pre-sale. You have to buy during the pre-sale, and you can stake what you buy in pre-sale. When will I get? Okay, how much is buy to stake APY? When you look at the pre-sale page right across the top, right, there's a banner there. It's going to tell you how much is buy to stake APY. It's 200%, but every day it goes down 10%. It's an incentive to get you to buy early. To be honest with you, it's an incredible percentage, 200%. But it starts on Saturday. If you don't buy until Sunday, then it's going to be 190%. If you don't buy until the next day, it's 180%. It goes down 10%. It's still incredible APY. But if you want the best APY, you got to buy in day one. How long does buy to stake last? That's a good question. So this is also pinned in the Telegram. It's one of the pinned messages. It lasts it's 2 weeks. I mean, it's pre-sale starts on day 1, right? It ends 2 weeks, unless we sell out, which I'm hoping we do. But even if we sell out, the buy to stake period is for 2 weeks from the beginning. And then there's a 1 week gap between the end of pre-sale and launch. So that's 3 weeks. All right. And then you're able to unstake 1 week after launch. So that's 4 weeks. Okay. So that's going to be 28 days is how long buy to stake will last if you buy in day 1. All right. If you buy in day 2, then your buy to stake is going to be 27 days and so forth and so on, because there's a set date when the buy to stake staking ends. So to get the most out of your buy to stake, you're going to want to buy in day 1, because you're going to get 200% APY and your buy to stake period will be longer. So make sure you buy in day 1. Okay. So again, pre-sale lasts for 2 weeks. That's 14 days. If you buy in the first day, you're going to get 14 days of staking. There's a week in between, right? So when I say in between, I mean when pre-sale ends and the launch is, there's 1 week in between, and that's 7 days. And then a week after launch, that is 28 days. So that's when you can unstake. All right. So it's going to be 28 days if you buy to stake in day 1. Now, just to go back to when is the airdrop happening? Pre-sale starts Saturday. 2 weeks after that, pre-sale ends. There's that week in between. That's when the airdrops are going to happen. So That's the answer to that one again. What is a migration ratio? I've heard this one asked over and over and over again. And honestly, it seems like the same people are asking it. And we have to wait until after pre-sale is over. That's when we're going to be able to tell you what the ratio is going to be, because it's a complicated thing. We want to make sure that everybody's taken care of. We have to see how well pre-sale goes. If it's a sellout, it's going to be a certain ratio. If it's not a sellout, it's going to be a different ratio. That's why we can't tell you what exactly is. But to calm some fears out there, to alleviate some things, you're not going to be a loser here. I've seen on Telegram, or some people, I don't know why they're thinking this, but they're thinking that they're going to lose out. You're not going to lose out. You're not going to get the same amount of tokens in SNG that you had in Blaze, right? Blaze started out with 1 trillion tokens, and we burned down to right around 800 billion tokens. If you had 6 billion Blaze tokens, you're not going to get 6 billion SNG tokens, because we're going from 1 trillion, coins in Blaze to 100 million coins in SNG, right? I've seen the mistake. I forgot who it was. Someone said 100 billion, 100 million with an M. That's a huge difference. All right. Just keep in mind that there's in a billion, there's 1,000 million, I believe. All right. And in 100 million, there's only 100 million. It's a big difference in the circulating supply. And that is a great thing, because when you're wondering, like, well, can SNG go to a penny? Can SNG go to $1? Can SNG go to $10? So forth and so on. It's much easier to do that when you have a small circulating supply. Okay, so it's a good thing we have a small circulating supply. You're going to get a percentage of what you had of Blaze tokens and SNG tokens. What that percentage is, again, we don't know. We have to see what the ratio is. But when I say you're not going to be a loser, Rashi has said, I read it this morning, he said that we're aiming to give people like a 2x from what you had. Is that a guarantee of a 2x? It's not. Maybe it's a 1.8x. Maybe it's 1.7x. Maybe it's a 2.1x. We have to see what the ratio is going to be. We don't know yet. We have to see how if we're a sellout or not. Okay, so what I'm saying about the 1x or the 1.8x, 1.9x, 2x, whatever it is, the money that you had in there, if you had $5,000 worth of Blaze, right, and we're able to do like a 2x, it means your $5,000 of Blaze is going to be $10,000 of SNG. So you're not going to lose. It's not like you're going to have $5,000 at the time that the snapshot was taken, not what you put in it. I know there's some whales out there that had like $20,000, $30,000, $35,000 worth of Blaze token at one point, and it went down to like $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. You're not going to 2x off of what you had at one point at some time like last October or whatever it is. You're going to 2x over what was taken at the snapshot. Just want to make sure that's clear. All right. So if you had $5,000, we're hoping to make it $10,000, but you're not going to have $5,000 and all of a sudden you look and the SNG that you're given is $2,000. All right. That's not, the way it's going to work. And also, make sure you check your wallet in the day of the airdrop, because one thing I do not want to see in the Telegram is I didn't check my SNG balance until 2 weeks after the airdrop. Why is my $5,000 now $1,500? You have to go by the day where we airdrop it. That's when you go by, not by the day you happen to check your wallet, but it's the day that it was airdropped, because that's the value at that time. Right now, am I trying to scare people and say you're going to go from $5,000 to $1,500 when we're doing a 2x? We don't know what the market's going to do, right? That $5,000 that went to, I don't know, $10,000, that's now worth $1,500. It could also be that $5,000 went to $10,000, but now it's worth $100,000. Okay, it could go that way just as easy, right? We don't know what the market's going to be. We don't have a crystal ball. We are doing the best we can to make sure everything is going to go in the right direction. All the utilities, partnerships, everything that we have, right, going is designed to make it go forward. Okay. But there's no guarantees in life, especially in investments. There's no guarantees. We're busting our backs to make sure that everything's going to go in the right direction. We have utilities that people don't have. We have utilities coming no one's thought of before. We have some amazing stuff. Our tokenomics is designed to make sure that we have the best chance of taking off, but there's no guarantees in life. All right. That's just the way it is. So when you look at your airdrop, you look at the airdrop, first thing you do, don't look at the amount of money you have. The first thing you do is you look at the contract address to make sure it matches up with the SNG contract address. Make sure that it's from us. All right. And then at that time, second thing you do is you look at the amount of money that you have there. Okay. That's, it's going to be more than what you had. If you had $100, you might have $200. If you had $5,000, you might have $10,000. All right. And, all depends on what you personally had invested, from, day one of Blaze. So I hope that I've addressed all your questions. If there's anything on here I haven't addressed, please let me know. And if you are still asking these questions in the Telegram, I don't want to be rude. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to drop this link and say, watch this video, because this is much more in depth than we'll be able to type out in a Telegram. Okay. So have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody. Have a great day at work. Sorry for the wet hair. I just got out of the shower. I'm on my way to work myself, and I just wanted to get this video put out to you. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.